Hi, my name is Dave Gerhardt. Welcome to percussioneducation.com. Today we're going to talk about drum pads that have heads on them. So this is our part 2 of our drum head series. And before we start, I do want to say that I am endorsed by Beetle Percussion as well as Remo Percussion. And I use all their products and love them. So just want full disclosure of that before we start. We are going to talk about some other pads as well. So drum pads are made out of two surfaces, either a rubberized surface or a drumhead surface. And for me, both of them work really well. For the student performer, I would prefer that they use a pad that is made out of a drumhead. And the reason I say that is because how many drums do we have that are made out of rubber? Well, unless you're talking about electronic percussion, none. So the advantages that we have of the rubberized pads is they are soft, so we can practice at any time. And with the Beetle pads, we can hear the vibration of our stick. So those are great things. But for the student, the best thing to check out is a pad that has a drum head on it. And Remo makes this. It comes in 3 different sizes, 6, 8, and 10. And on the back, it has a hole so that you can put it onto a stand, so that it will, you can use a height adjustable practice pad stand. And then it also has a rubber gasket that you can put so that you can use it on a music stand. But as you see, it's a little bit louder. But it gives you the sense of what a real drum feels like. So these are great pads. This is one of my first pads that I ever had. You can tell that it's time for a change of the head. The other great thing about these pads is that they never wear out, because once this head wears out, which I do need to go and get one, I can call up Steve Weiss or I can call up any other manufacturer, Remo, and replace this head. So I've got this screw tension. The other great thing about this is that I can change the tension on this head. A rubber pad is what you get, is what it is. But on this, I can tighten or loosen the pad and allow it to have different sounds and different feels. The other pad that I wanted to talk about is a pad. It's called a Ram pad at rampad.com, and I'll put all the links below to all these pads. This is a great pad. It's more of a marching pad, kind of geared towards the marching market, but works just as well in the concert. This is a 10 as well, so I just put a 10-inch drum head on here, and so you can tell, again, it's just a drum head. It's got the lugs and it's got the rim, so everything is great about this pad. It's a real solid pad. I just took the head off and put a concert style head on it, so that works out better for my purposes, but the marching head works out just as well. So again, for a young student, for a music ed student, these are the kind of pads that I would suggest. Once you get more advanced and you are more comfortable with playing, then I would go to a rubberized pad. The last pad I want to talk about doesn't fit into either category, and it's a putty pad. And Remo made these for a long time and still does make these, and these are great because you can take this and you can put this on anything. So what I like to do is you can make it flat, kind of like Play-Doh used to be, and you can put this on a desk, you can put this on a music stand, you can put this anywhere, and it gives you a rubberized practice surface. Okay, so that is the putty pad, and these are Remo pads. Now remember, no matter what pad you use, don't always practice on a pad. A pad is great for warming up, it is great for practicing, but nothing will replace a drum. You need to make sure that you are practicing on a drum so that you feel what a drum feels like, okay? Nothing will ever replace the feel of a drum. And you can tell when a student comes into a lesson and has never played that etude on a drum, you can tell that. So make sure, 60 to 70% of your time is spent on a drum. But when you're working out, when you're learning the rhythms, when you're practicing late at night, practice pads work really well. For warming up backstage, works perfectly well, and they serve their purpose. But remember, a drum or a pad will never replace a drum. So when you need to make sure that you're practicing on a drum and use the pads for warm-ups and other stuff. Okay, thanks so much. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode of percussioneducation.com. Take care.